Okay, guys, we're going to take a little bit of notes, okay? It's not going to take a whole lot, but I think just a few examples, and then we can move on to the workbook pages. I think it'll be good to go, okay? So we're working at 6.3. We're learning how to multiply fractions and whole numbers. Today we're drawing no pictures, no nothing. This is truly the standard algorithm, okay? So this is the standard algorithm. And this is what I mean standard algorithm. I mean simply solving it. How are you going to solve it? Like 2 plus 4 is 6. That's the standard algorithm of addition. 7 times 5 is 35 is the standard algorithm of multiplication. So what's happening is, we're going to look at the problem. 2/3 times 5, or 2/3 of 5. Lots of different ways we talked about writing those, but again, we're talking about this. Now, the cool thing is, number one, a couple things is, multiplying fractions is so easy. So easy. But we have to set it up first, okay? So, when we look at the number 5, can I write 5 as a fraction? And the answer is yes. How would I write 5 as a fraction? Could I say 5 over 5? No. 5 over 5, 5 divided by 5 is 1. This is 1. So what is the fraction for 5? How would I write 5 as a fraction? I would write 5 as a fraction as 5 over 1. Because if I were truly doing the division, because fraction is division, 5 divided by 1, 5 inside out, 1 divided by 5 is 5. 5 times 1 is 5, 0. So my answer is 5. So how I'd write 5 is a fraction, I would write this. So now I've got 2/3 times 5 over 1, which is the same thing as 5. Now guess what? All you do is you multiply the numerator times the numerator, which is 10, and then you multiply the denominator times denominator, which is 3. That's it. Numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. Okay? So, but I can't leave that there. So what do? I divide. Just like we did here. 10 divided by 3. So, 2/3 times 5 over 1 is 3 1/3. Now, showing you this pictorially, and I'm just going to be really fast. 2/3 5 times. 2/3 5 times. Second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. How many thirds? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 thirds. The same thing. Same answer. That's it. Do another one. Okay. 2/5 times, I don't know. Let's see. I can't even think. 8. No, let's do 6. Well, let's do 5. Something, I don't know. Okay? So I'm looking at this. Make this a fraction. 2 times 5 is 10. 5 times 1 is 5. What's 10 divided by 5? 10 divided by 5, 2 perfect times. My answer is 2. Okay? 2/5 5 times. 2/5, 2/5, 2/5, 2/5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10/5. Again, repeated addition. Same thing. Okay? Another problem is, let's do 4/7 times 8. Well, what do I do here? Make this right here. 4 times 8 is 32. 7 times 1 is 7. I can't have that as is, so I simply come over here and I divide. 4 and 4/7. 4/7 is simplified because they do not share any other factors other than 1. Okay? So again, it's very, very, very simple. Okay? So some of you already got this. Well, can I just do that? Yes, you can. And the answer is yes. Okay? So let's say 3/8 of 5. Or, like the question was, parts of a whole. Okay? Or any of those. Repeated addition. Right there. 3 times 5 is 15. 8 times 1 is 8. Goes in there 1. Remainder 7/8. I also, don't forget, you can also check this. 1 times 8 is 8. 8 plus 7 is 15 eighths. 4 times 7 is 28. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. 32 sevenths. That's it, guys. Numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator, and almost 100% of the time, you're going to have to divide because it's going to be an improper fraction and you're going to need to change it to a mixed number. I'm here to help if you need any help once you start, but you're going to get your workbook out and you're going to turn to page 6. You're going to turn to 6.3, and I'll show you in just a second where you need to be. We're going to work on a couple of pages. Pay attention because here in a moment, well, I guess we could do this right now, we're going to have these kind of problems where you have a missing number here, okay? Let's see. Okay, let's do, let's see, sorry. Okay? So, that's the question. Something thirds times 6. Well, I got to figure out what this is. This is, guys, the same thing as saying block times 6 over my denominator, which is 3. Okay? So, oh, hang on a second. Oh, we're going to mark that off. I'm going to try to see if I can delete that part. Okay, so the last problem I gave you, I wrote incorrectly, so let's write the correct way. Okay, so you're going to see this on some of your gold pages as well as what we're going to be practicing. So it's the same thing, guys. So set it up. This will be 6 over 1. So again, multiplying your numerators times the numerator. So that's box or something times 6. 3 times 1 is 3. So that must mean something times 6 divided by 3 is 4. Honestly, the best method is guess and check. Okay, so try 1. 1 times 6 is 6. 6 divided by 3, that's 2. So that's not going to work. All right. 2 times 6. 2 times 6 is what? 12. 12 divided by 3, is that 4? There it is, right there. 2. Because 2 times 6 is 12. 12 divided by 3, that's 4. So my answer would be 2. Okay? All right, let's do another one like that. 2 over box times 20 is 8. So same thing here. Set yourself up over 1. Numerator times numerator is 40. Blank times 1 is blank, because anything times 1 is blank, or that number. So 40 divided by what is 8? Or better yet, 8 times what is 40? And that's why you could have done this one up here too. 4 times 3 is 12, so 2 times 6 is 12. Another way you could have looked at it as well. So 8 times what gets me 40, or 40 divided by 8 is 5. 40 divided by 5 is 8. So my answer is 5. All right, last example. Blank times 4. Blank 4 times 4 is 3. I'll put that something times 4, something times 4, divided by 4, because 4 times 1 is 4, is 3. So just like before we did this, 4 times 3 is 12. This has to equal 12. So 6 times what got me 12? 2. Here's this one. 8 times something is 40. Well, we know that 8 times 5 is 40. So now we go this way. What's 3 times 4? 12. So that must mean something times 4 is 12. What times 4 is 12? 3. So does that make sense? 3/4 times 4, which is the same thing as 4/1. 3 times 4 is 12. 4 times 1 is 4. It's 12 divided by 4. That is correct. All right, now you may turn to 6.3. Okay, so we're going to look at this again. Is what times 8 divided by 2 is 4? Well, let's just try with 1. What is 1 times 8? 1 times 8 is 8. 8 divided by 2, is that 4? I guess that does work, doesn't it? 1 times 8 is, so then you can look at this, it's 1 times 8 is 8 over 2, or 8 divided by 2 is 4. So your box is worth 1. So now you look over here, something times 5, 6 is going to get you 20 over 6. So in other words, if you were to look at it like this, box times 5 over 6 is going to get you 20 over 6. So what times 5 gets you 20 and 6 stays? So 6 is your denominator. What times 5 is 20? 4. So let's look at it. Does 4 over 1 times 5 sixths? 4 times 5 is 20. 6 times 1 is 6. Sure works. All right, let's look here. So again, I'm rewriting. Sorry. Wow. 1 over something times 18 over 1, because that's like that, is equal to 3. So I have to think, if I were to look at this, I would think 1 times 18 divided by something is going to get me 3. So 18 times 1 is 18. So 18 goes on top. 18 divided by something is 3. 18 divided by what is 3? 6. So let's see if that's right. 1/6 times 18 over 1. 18 times 1 is 18. 6 times 1 is 6. 18 divided by 6 is 3. That is correct. I know that looks hard. Please be prepared. We're going to do quite a few of those in the gold pages. All right, so now I want you to turn your workbook to page 260. 260. We're going to look at number 10. It says a heavy-duty snowmaker machine makes 3/4 inch of snow each minute. How many inches of snow can the machine make in 8 minutes? So if you're doing this for 8 minutes, 3/4 the first minute, 3/4 the second, 3/4 the third, 3/4 the fourth minute, 5th minute, 6th minute, 7th minute, 8th minute. Or what's another way of, instead of doing repeated addition, what is another way of repeated addition? It's multiplication. So it'd be 3/4 times 8, which again, I'm just going to rewrite it like this because 8 is the same thing as 8 over 1. 3 times 8 is 24. 4 times 1 is 4. 24 divided by 4. That is evenly divisible. 24 is evenly divisible by 4 6 times. So that's going to get me 6 inches. All right, number 11. Which one has the same product as 2/3 times 8? 2/3 times 8. Well, first of all, 2/3 times 8 over 1. 2 times 8 is 16. 3 times 1 is 3. Okay. Oh, excuse me. That is not evenly divisible, so 16 goes into 3. So, or excuse me, 3 goes into 16. 5 and 1/3. So this is 5 and 1/3. Right? So this means I'm going to put all these under 1. 5 times 7 is 35 over 6. This one is 1 times 13 is 13. That's 4. 3 times 2 is 6 eighths. And 1 times 16 is 16. 3 times 1 is 3. Well, I know this one doesn't work. Oh, look. Right here. Perfect. 16 over 3. 16 over 3. That works. Perfect. All right, number 12. A baker makes 5 pounds of icing. He uses 4/9 of icing to decorate. How much icing is left over? He makes 5 pounds. He uses 4/9 of the icing. 5 pounds. So he's doing 4/9 of the icing. 4 times 5 is 20. 9 times 1 is 9. 20 divided by 9 is 2. That's 18. Remainder 2/9. So he uses 2 and 2/9. Well, if 2 and 2/9 is what he uses, I want to know what is left over. Well, I originally had 5. I've used this, so now I'm going to subtract. Oh, gracious me. So now it means I'm going to have to borrow. 5 is now a 4, and what am I moving over here? I'm moving a whole, but I have to be talking fraction language. So 2/9 is the same thing, or excuse me, 9/9 is the same thing as a whole. 9 minus 2 is 7/9. 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 and 7/9. Doug has 33 feet of rope. He wants to use 2/3 of it. 2/3 of something. Well, what is it? Of 33. It's the same thing as 2/3 times 33 over 1. 2 times 33 is 66 over 3. And that's easy. 66 divided by 3. I know that 6 plus 6 is 12, and 12 is evenly divisible by 3, so I know it's going to go in there perfectly. 22 times. All right, perfect. So now let's look at your goal pages. You're going to do simply 1 through 9, just like before. Starting with 10 through 15, that's going to be a little bit those problems that we just did earlier. So let's do this one. So I am looking at something fourths times 8 is equal to 2. So I can look at it and I can put this over 1. Something times 8, so something times 8 times 4 over 1 is 4, divided by 4 is 2. So what times 8 divided by 4 is 2? Just like before, just put a 1 in there and see. 1 times 8 is 8. Is 8. What's 8 divided by 4? 2. Oh, geez, worked again. All right. Let's go down to question right here, number 11. So we've got something times, so we've got a whole number. So this would be something, because this is over 1, something times 5, 1 times 7 is 7, is equal to 30 over 7. What times 5 is 30? 7 times 1 is 7. So what times 5 is 30? 1 times 5 is 5. 2 times 5 is 10. It's going to be 6. 6 times 5 is 30. Okay? So here, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but here, this is the same thing as you're doing this. This is the same thing as 1 times 24 over something is equal to 4. So in other words, 1 times 24 is 24. So you can rewrite it like this. 24 divided by something is 4. Okay? Same thing here. 1 times 9 is 9. Something times 1 is something is divisible by 3, or is equal to 3. 9 divided by something is 3. Okay, so you're going to do 16 and 17, and then you will do the rest on the back. You've got 26 more problems. When you're done, you're going to turn it into the file folder. Make sure your name is checked off. Make sure your name is on the top. If you have any questions, ask, and you will be helped. If you need to go back to the teacher table, please do so and ask for help.